What's going on, everyone? Great Talon here, and today the prey is going to be an unexpected review. I did not expect to be ever reviewing this game. Shantae, one of the games in the Shantae series, Half Genie Hero. This game I picked up on a whim. It was on sale on the Nintendo Switch eShop for about, I think it was like $9 or something like that. I didn't know what it was about. My friend played the game. He told me it was pretty fun. He said it was a cute little Genie platforming game, and it was made originally, I think, in the late 90s, early 2000s, and it started off as a pixelated, game. But this was the first game in a high definition atmosphere, and I was drawn to that. I like the shinies, so I said, you know what, you pick it up. It's on sale, $9. What's the worst that can happen? And honestly, I gotta say, folks, I was impressed. I was very, very impressed with the actual. Not only the simplicity of the game, but the atmosphere, the charm to it, and not only that, the actually had some complex puzzles too. Believe it or not, there was actually some puzzles in the game that actually had me scratching my head. I mean, you got a lot of options at your hand, at your disposal as being a genie. That your powers actually are pretty limitless in terms of magic, which we'll get to. But anyway, like I said, this game series. It's been around for almost 20 years, believe it or not. And now, in 2016, they released a remaster, like I was saying. But it's a new game, but it's with a fresh coat of paint. And so we'll get started right there with graphics. So the graphics in this game are phenomenal. I mean, they really warrant themselves. I mean, it's very smooth textures, and the animation, it's almost as if it was hand-drawn in a sense. The movements are very fluid. It's very fluid-like. Honestly, it reminds me of a Saturday morning cartoon in a lot of instances, and that's really, really good. It's very smooth. It's very pretty to look at. I noticed that there's very little frame dips, which is great on the what do you call the performance side. I was playing on a Switch mostly in handheld mode. It was really good. I mean, I had no issues with it at all. It just ran very smooth. I had no problems with the fluidity, and the movements were very, very smooth, and I had no complaints there. In terms of the gameplay, that's where this game really excels at, the gameplay. So it's very simple. I mean, you use her hair, Shantae's hair, to just whip about. Just whip the shit out of enemies. And what I didn't know and what I didn't realize is that you can actually upgrade these entities. You can actually buy upgrades for Shantae's powers. Not only that, you can actually upgrade her abilities in terms of what she can do. Her defense you can upgrade. You can upgrade her magic. You can upgrade her attack power, which is really, really good. And also in tandem with, she gets these, in tandem with platforming, simple jumping mechanics and whatnot, climbing and so forth, she gets a lot of transformations, and that's where Shantae really, really takes off and really shines in a lot of ways. You unlock these treasure chests, and by completing, there's different worlds, like in all platforming games, these zones, worlds to complete, and when you complete them, you can go back to the main hub, and you'll unlock a new power along the way, a new transformation ability. And all transformations, they have upgrades to upgrade. So basically, for the example, at the end of the first world, you get a transformation. You get to be able to transform into a little monkey. And after you transform into this monkey, it allows you to not only jump higher, but you can actually grab onto walls. You can climb walls. And then there's a sub upgrade for the monkey, a transformation that allows you to lunge off of walls like torpedo and go from wall to wall, from one side to the other, from like left to right and stuff like that, which is a really cool ability. And the upgrades and the transformation upgrades are just ridiculous. They go from you can get like crab upgrades, and then they even can get mermaid upgrades and elephant upgrades and bird upgrades. It's just everything, a single aspect. From power to flight to mobility, you can get these upgrades for these anthropomorphic upgrades, which is it's really, really good, and it just opens up a lot of the areas. So a lot of areas that are closed off previously, like underwater areas, areas that are out of your reach, like too high in the sky and stuff like that. you know, as you progress in the game, you unlock these secrets and these transformations. Some transformations are actually hidden, and you can only get them by unlocking previous transformations, which I think is kind of cool, and it allows the progression to be organic and natural. So with that being said, and also you can upgrade your magic abilities. Like I said before, you can buy different magic attacks. You can have like fireballs. You can have floating swords around. You can have ice shard, thunder shard. You know, she's like a sorceress almost. I mean, she's a genie. Her powers are nearly limitless. In terms of the story, I'm in the control first. The control is fine. The control is tight, airtight. There's nothing wrong with the control here. I have zero complaints about the controls. The story, you know, it's a cute little whimsical story. The characters are whimsical. It's about just stopping the evil pirate lords from resurrecting some evil power to destroy the world. I mean, it's you know how it goes in these type of games. And honestly, I think this game is getting an anime series, and it looks pretty good too. I've seen the anime. The trailer for it looks pretty good, and it really should. It really should be its own cartoon. It really should be, because it has a lot of memorable characters, whimsical characters, and so on. Very kid-friendly characters. I can definitely see this being its own television show, whether it be on like Funimation or Crunchyroll, or you know, even Cartoon Network. It would be great. In terms of the you know, like the sound. The sound is really good too. You know, as you heard before, you're listening in the background. It's just very like Arabian Nights almost sounding things, which is really cool. I really enjoyed this game in terms of the whimsicalness, and maybe that's even a word, and the fun factor of this game. It's just simple fun. And the puzzles. Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of puzzles in this game too. For example, like you will complete a world, and it's not like just like Mario Brothers where it's like one world after another, or Sonic where it's one zone after another. No, you're done with the world, and in order to grant access to the next world, I think there's like 6 worlds in the game. In order for you to grant access to the next world, you have to go ask around the hub, the town, the main hub, Scuttletown. You have to go there and ask people, like, what do I do next? Like, what do I need? And then it's like it's like an homage to the classic adventure games of like the old Super Nintendo days and Genesis days, where it's like, okay, you want the map to the next area, but you got to bring me a lollipop, and it's like you got to give a lollipop to this old man. And how do you get the lollipop? You got to turn in a sickness to the doctor. The doctor gives you a lollipop because doctors give out candy, and you got to bring the candy to an old lady or something, and then she'll give you the path of progression, an item you might need, that you might need for your upgrading your abilities, or like to bring back to your uncle in the workshop who's working on the next machine upgrade, so he can give you the map to the next area. It's stuff like that that really takes Shantae to like a different, to a different tangent, and makes it its own unique game instead of just another cookie cutter platforming game. You know, like I said, there's overworld and stuff like that to play around with. You go from desert worlds to mermaid islands to like rooftops, sky areas and stuff. Some of the platforming does get tricky too. One of the last areas I had a lot of trouble with the spiked platforms as flying as a bird. It was really tricky. But other than that, in terms of replayability, the game is about, I'd say about 5 hours long. I finished it in just under 5 hours. It's short, but there's a ton of add-on packs like DLCs that you can buy, like pay a la carte. But I'm not about that. I'm not about that pay stuff. But just give me the base game, and I'm a happy guy. But yeah, honestly, the game is worth your time if you're a fan of platforming games or just cute little charming adventure games. So it's definitely worth your time, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and score this. Yeah, I'm gonna be generous with this one because I really made a good impression on me. It actually made me want to go and play. I think it's Pirate's Curse as really more the popular Shantae games. So yeah, I'm sorry. This game is an 8 out of 10, definitely. And it's absolutely, like I said, worthy of your time. There's a ton of different, secrets, unlockables, and stuff like that, and it will definitely be worth your while. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think of the review. If you played Shantae, let me know if you guys like this game series. If you don't like it, let me know in the comments below. And I look forward to bringing you my next review and my findings and the next games I'll be playing in the future. So with that being said, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Have a great day.